One does not simply walk into Mordor, a phrase that's now famous as a meme and instantly recognizable to fans of The Lord of the Rings. Boromir's caution to the Fellowship has become iconic, capturing the foreboding danger of Sauron's stronghold and the seemingly impossible task of reaching Mount Doom. But when we take a closer look at Frodo and Sam's journey, it turns out they actually did walk right into Mordor, and even made it across this hostile land to the very heart of Sauron's realm. In this video, we're diving into how this journey was possible. Why wasn't Mount Doom better guarded? And how did two hobbits, hardly fighters or warriors, manage to penetrate one of the most heavily fortified places in Middle-earth? We'll explore how this daring plan worked, why Sauron didn't see the real threat coming, and whether this apparent vulnerability was a flaw or a clever stroke of storytelling. Getting into Mordor. Mordor's natural defenses. Mordor wasn't just a land anyone could stroll into. It was surrounded by towering, nearly impassable mountains. The main entrance, the Black Gate, was fortified with troops and heavily guarded, making it impossible for Frodo and Sam to enter undetected. Realizing this, they had to find an alternate way inside, eventually opting for the secret, treacherous path through Cirith Ungol. Cirith Ungol's defenses. The Cirith Ungol route was perilous and heavily guarded in its own right. First, Frodo and Sam faced Shelob, a monstrous spider and a terror of Middle-earth who made her lair there. Past her was the Tower of Cirith Ungol, manned by around 200 orcs. And finally, the two Watchers, ancient dark sentinels capable of sensing all who tried to pass. Only with the help of the Phial of Galadriel and the elvish incantations could Frodo and Sam slip by these defenses. Clearly, even the lesser-known way into Mordor was well protected. Crossing the Plateau of Gorgoroth. Army encampments on the plateau. Once inside Mordor, Frodo and Sam found themselves on the Plateau of Gorgoroth, crawling with orc camps and soldiers stationed everywhere. The land was arranged like a massive military camp, with rows of tents, barracks, and bustling roads filled with troops. This forced Frodo and Sam to take a longer, more exhausting route to avoid detection, and they narrowly escaped capture by blending in with an orc company. Harsh terrain and stealth strategy. Beyond the soldiers, the very land of Mordor itself was hostile. Jagged cliffs, brambles, and volcanic fumes made progress exhausting and dangerous. Food and water were almost non-existent. Only the magical properties of Lembas, the elven waybread, kept Frodo and Sam going, while Mordor's constant darkness and fumes provided them with some cover. Though their path was brutal, they managed to press forward, largely unseen. Sauron's distraction. Gandalf's ruse to divert Sauron. Sauron's attention wasn't on two hobbits in his land. It was fixed on a threat he believed far more immediate. Earlier, Pippin's and Aragorn's use of the Palantir had convinced Sauron that the ring was with Aragorn and his army. By marching openly toward the Black Gate, Aragorn and Gandalf kept Sauron's focus on the edge of Mordor, rather than its heart. Nazgul deployment. With his mind on this perceived threat, Sauron ordered the Nazgul to monitor Aragorn's army as it advanced. Their focus on the approaching troops cleared a temporary path for Frodo and Sam to make it close to Mount Doom undetected, seizing a rare and critical opportunity to approach the mountain undisturbed. The final leg to Mount Doom's lack of security. Once near Mount Doom, Frodo and Sam found that the entrance to the Cracks of Doom itself was unguarded and open, with no barriers or locked doors to keep them out. This lack of security was due to a critical blind spot in Sauron's thinking. He couldn't conceive of anyone wanting to destroy the ring, as he saw it as the ultimate source of power. In Sauron's mind, defending Mount Doom wasn't necessary because he couldn't imagine any creature resisting the ring's allure or having the will to destroy it. The ring's temptation. As they reached the Cracks of Doom, the ring's influence over Frodo became overpowering, proving Sauron's insight partly correct. Frodo ultimately couldn't bring himself to destroy the ring, succumbing to its seductive power. But it was Gollum's unexpected intervention, driven by his own obsession, that led to the ring's destruction. Conclusion. the downfall of evil through misjudgment. Sauron's downfall wasn't due to a lack of defenses. Mordor was heavily fortified with armies, treacherous terrain, and nearly impassable barriers. Frodo and Sam overcame those only with extreme difficulty and luck. Instead, Sauron's fatal flaw lay in his inability to understand selflessness or goodness. His own desire for power blinded him to the possibility that anyone could resist or seek to destroy the ring, leaving Mount Doom unguarded. In the end, it was this narrow view of the world, this failure to recognize that others might act without ambition, that led to his destruction, a testament to Tolkien's theme that evil often sows the seeds of its own defeat. Thank you for joining me in this deep dive into one of the most fascinating moments in The Lord of the Rings. Frodo and Sam's journey through Mordor and Sauron's ultimate downfall show how complex and layered Tolkien's storytelling truly is. If you enjoyed exploring these themes and want to see more videos like this, click on the link to explore our full Lord of the Rings playlist. Thanks again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.